Hey guys, how's it going? Seth here. So today I'm going to be showing you the PropStream app. PropStream is something that I started using not long ago. It's not the only data service that I use, but I think it's really useful for certain things. And once you get familiar with how PropStream works, like on a desktop web browser, the cool thing about this app is that you can do most of the same stuff from this app that you can from your computer. The one thing that this can't really do is pulling lists from the mobile app, but just in terms of like property research, say if you're somebody who does driving for dollars, if you wanted to send out a postcard, if you wanted to do skip tracing, if you wanted to do any kind of property comp reports or anything like that, you can do pretty much all that stuff right here. And you might notice as soon as you pull the app up, there is a geolocate button, which basically allows you to figure out where all the properties are around you, wherever you happen to be. So if you're, driving down the road and you see a house or a building and you're like, I want to find out who owns that thing. I want to send them a letter or even skip trace them and get their phone number or their email address. You can do that right here from this app, which I'm going to show you in just a second here. So yeah, just wanted to give you a little tour of this thing just because I thought it was good enough and notable enough to make a video about this. So let's jump in the car and I'll show you how it works. Alright, so in case you couldn't already tell from the footage in this video, I'm in Michigan right now, and this is a beautiful, balmy January day. We're at a whopping 14 degrees. This is actually kind of warm. It was 0 yesterday. So jumping into PropStream. All right, so as soon as you open the app, it's pretty easy to figure out. You can either start searching by address or by APN. If you happen to know the county and the APN number, this is particularly useful if you're looking for vacant land, because a lot of times vacant land properties don't have a physical address at all. So if you don't know the parcel number, you can't find it. And I'll actually say, it's easier to search for vacant land properties by APN on the mobile app compared to the desktop version. So it's just kind of an interesting thing because it actually clearly shows you pick the county and pick the APN, and it's just kind of easy to figure out. But anyway, the whole reason I'm in my car right now and not at home on my couch showing you this is because of this geolocate feature, which as you can see, as soon as I open this thing, it shows me a little blue dot. This is because this is where I am. I'm in my car. Clearly this satellite picture was not taken in January, but I'm in my car in a parking lot in a park. We can kind of zoom out here and see what's around us and kind of get a feel for the lay of the land. And if we zoom in here, we'll start to see these parcel lines around every single one of these houses. Now I'm probably going to blur some stuff out of this video just for the privacy of these people, but I want to just show you how easy this is. So let's say this house right here. All I have to do is tap on it and I see this thing right here. It shows me what the estimated value is. I can tap on this details button and it shows me a whole lot more information. So I can see that it's off market. I can see that it's owner occupied. It's been owned for 16 years and 8 months. It was financed. I can see the owner name. I can see their mailing address, number of bedrooms, bathrooms, like pretty much all the stuff you'd ever expect to see and a lot more right here on this app. And this is just the basic information. If we wanted to, we can go over to this next one and look at comps, and we can figure out what is this property worth based on comps in the area. And PropStream is going to automatically pull in some comps from around the area, and if you don't like some of these, you can just uncheck them. And you'll notice that as you uncheck them, it will start changing this average sale price to reflect the new averages based on the new numbers that are included. So you don't necessarily have to go with the comps that it suggests to you, but just by default, it's going to give you some pretty useful stuff to work with. You can go over here and click on opportunities. So this is showing us how much the value has gone up over the past 5 years. I'm currently recording this in early 2022, and values pretty much everywhere have been going up really quick. So that's why this is showing this. If we were doing this in, 2010, this would probably look very different. It shows you how much estimated equity there is in the house, and this is based on what the mortgage balance was and how long that mortgage has been outstanding. PropStream doesn't actually know what this mortgage balance is. It's just taking a stab at it based on what the mortgage balance was when they took out the loan and how long ago that was and what the estimated loan payments were and that kind of thing. If this owner had made extra principal payments or something like that, PropStream isn't going to know that. So that's why this says estimated equity. And then over here, so this is where it starts to get really cool. So Let's say I want to call this person, but I don't know their phone number. Or what if I want to send them an email or something like that? Well, there's this skip trace functionality. All I have to do is tap this button. And normally the cost of skip tracing is 12 cents per lead, but I have a special plan that makes it 10 cents. But anyway, just go ahead and proceed here. And look at that, beautiful. I've got 2 phone numbers, looks like 6 landlines. I don't know how that's possible. 2 email addresses. And keep in mind, some of these probably are not going to be up to date. Some of them probably won't work. If I send an email, this might be an old email address. I don't really know how it's pulling this information or where it's coming from, but there is some logic involved. And if you have no other information to go by, this can be a really easy way, literally with the tap of a button, to get this information really quickly and easily, whether you want to do cold calling or sending them a text or sending them an email. So that's a super useful thing about PropStream. We can also go over here, and if we wanted to like send them a postcard, that's really easy to do as well. I know there's other apps out there like Deal Machine, which is really designed specifically for this, to like send postcards of the person's house and hit them again and again and again. That's not really what PropStream does, but if you did want to send a mail, you can do that really easily right here, and there's some pretty sweet templates just built right into the software that you can use. You can also pull up these reports, and this actually costs a little bit of money if you wanted to put together a comparative analysis. It's not a fortune, but say if you're like a real estate agent or an investor and you want to pitch this deal to some of your partners, it's really easy to do that right here. And you can do all the same stuff from the desktop version of PropStream if that's easier for you. And then directions, pretty self-explanatory. You can just send somebody directions if they need help with that. And you can also share this stuff with anybody. And if you do have one of these assessor maps, or if you paid for a comparative market analysis, or if you want to include comps, or just send them like, hey, look at this property, you can do that right here as well. So that's just a quick look at the PropStream mobile app. It's pretty self-explanatory, but just with what I showed you right there, there's actually a lot there. When you think of being able to get that information on any property out there really quickly and that easily, I mean, if you're a real estate agent, if you're an investor, if you're a house wholesaler, a house flipper, I mean, there's like endless uses for this kind of thing. But yeah, I just want to make sure you guys are aware of that. We do have an affiliate relationship with PropStream, so if you guys want to help support the REtipster community, you can head over to retipster.com/PropStream, and I'm going to have a link to that beneath this video. And there is a free trial for this, so you don't have to pay for anything to give it a shot. So if you just want to figure out, like, is this useful? Is this helpful? Yes or no? You can do that pretty quickly and easily right there through that free trial. And if you do want to learn more about how to actually generate a list on the desktop version of PropStream, which is a huge part of why a lot of people use PropStream that we didn't even cover here, I'm going to have a link to that video. And if you want to figure out how to do more stuff just from the desktop version of the app, the same kind of stuff I just showed you here on the mobile app, but just doing it on the website itself, I'm going to have a separate video showing you a lot more other little due diligence property research tricks that can be pretty useful as well. So thanks for watching, and whether you use PropStream or not, just want to make sure you were aware of this and how it works. Wish you all the best in your business. Talk to you next time. Thank you.